So ultimately, we are addicted to experience, to worldly phenomena, because the senses are very active thanks to the nervous system, and the senses are like, including the ego, mind, ego, they're all like serpents. The senses are serpents. So really, we are very connected to this primordial serpentine essence that is like the Nagas or the dragons, or in the Vedas they call it Shesha Nag, Ananda Shesha, is essentially the bed of snakes on which the Supreme Self, God, Vishnu, lies on and manifests the illusory dream energy through which are manifested beings, people like you and I, and even animals that have senses, including the mind and subtle senses as well. So all these senses are are grasping for something, for experience, which is ultimately illusory, really, because you smell, that smells nice, and that smell tells the mind, oh, I must eat this now, and then you eat it, you taste it, it tastes delicious, and then there's a bit of an aftertaste, then you digest. But once you've eaten it, the food is gone, and you're no longer eating, and you can't eat indefinitely because the body can only take so much food. So it's always kind of chasing after the moon, really, and we're always kind of doomed to frustration, because even after you had the greatest sex ever, all that remains is a sort of subtle memory of it. And of course you want to replay it in your mind and remember, oh, that felt so good, that was amazing. But now that experience is gone and you feel this void. And that perpetuates the cycle of samsara, hence birth and death. It's a very logical philosophy, whether reincarnation is real or not. But yeah, we are bound by the senses, primarily the visual. But creation ultimately stems from sound, really. Well, energy first, which is the light of God. Consciousness, then energy, then sound, vibration. And it is said that at the moment of death, of physical death, the last sense to go is the sense of sound. Alongside the mind as well. So it's good to have, high vibrational sounds around you during your life, and if and when you choose to quit the body, this body, and always think of something, have something in mind, when you go, something, an ideal. A lot of people want to visualize the light of God or Jesus Christ or a benevolent divine being. Some people have visions of ancestors or spirit guides waiting on the other side. But it's really the ego with its posse of the emotions and the senses that really tie us down to this realm. And so, yeah, we're ultimately addicted to experience. Once we've had this experience, it's like binge watching Netflix. It's like, okay, I've just watched that. Next, without any real time to digest what you just experienced or to introspect about the experience. I think a famous theologian or philosopher once said, the goal of action is contemplation. So, and with enough contemplation, you can take the right action, because this waking state really is the realm of action. So it's the realm of purposeful action. This is what the waking state is. So if we don't take purposeful action, like I said before, you're just an NPC. You're just a cog in the machine. So it's about also the awareness of like knowing the nature of the senses and the mind, and knowing that we're addicted to experience in general. People think, oh, you're an addict, you're addicted to this substance, this drug, this alcohol, women, money, or this or that, and you should just replace it with better habits. No, that's not it at all. The point is, all of that is just experience. Good or bad, it's just experience. So it doesn't really matter whether you're super healthy or on the verge of dying, because it's all just experience. And the road to health is really an uphill battle. Really, to keep yourself healthy in this world is really, it's nearly impossible, really. And the way the world's going, one might ask, why are you trying to be healthy at all to begin with, when you can just enjoy yourself in the now, and not worry? Okay, that's probably a pretty hedonistic and fatalistic philosophy. But, there are plenty of health freaks online who are like, oh, look at me, I'm doing this juice fast. I fasted for 40 days on my urine and this and that. And it's just like, deep down, there's still a subtle egotism that is materialistic, And that's why they do it. They're just somatic narcissists. It's like, oh, look at me, I've just fasted 40 days. I just drank my urine, man. Oh, I'm on a green juice fast. Woohoo. Oh, I just had a colonic and I feel great. It's like, okay, good for you. Great. But do you have any idea what self-realization is? Do you know what the ultimate reality is? Probably not, because you're still attached to experience and your own physical body. So, yeah, there we go. If you're going to fast, do it for God. Don't do it just to show off on social media to your friends and say, oh, look at me. You know what I mean? I've done my fasting, but I don't go around bragging about it, you know? It's just so retarded. Some people are just... And then there's a racket being made in veganism and holistic health and, oh, eat this superfood and this one that's like really expensive. And it's just like, okay, well, if that's your thing, go and do you, you know? So, yeah, slight digression, but yeah, so we're addicted to experience. It's all just experience. And the judgment needs to stop because when people say, oh, you're an addict, you're an alcoholic, you're this, you're that. And, well, I'm just like, well, you're a health addict. You're addicted to veganism and showing off how physically fit you are. That's another addiction, you know? And, you know, these health freaks are just arrogant and have a serious superiority complex. It's grotesque, actually. But there we go. So it's all addiction. It's all experience. It's all... The illusion is the differentiation of experience. Healthy, unhealthy, good, bad. It's all just experience within the illusion. That's all it is. So once you realize that, you're like, oh, I can begin to detach now and not care either way. I can go on my health kick, yeah, but with detachment. I can, you know, go and eat meat and drink booze, yeah, but with detachment. It's all experience. There's no longer the sanctimoniousness, the judgment between what's good and what's not good. It's all just experience. So, and once you realize you're addicted to your experience, and you can detach and be like, okay, whatever happens, happens. I am not my experiences. I will enjoy my experiences fully in the now, but I'm not determined by them. I'm not defined by my experiences, you know, because I am eternal. I was never born. So there we go. It's all Brahman, man. So there we go. Truth. You know it's the truth. All right, take care. Be free. Have fun. Have faith.